Hello and welcome to JD Extreme Gaming. This is my first YouTube video, so I'm going to be doing a quick overview and review of Parkitect. So this just came out about a week ago and been playing it. So far so good. I'm a huge fan of Planet Coasters, so this one naturally showed up, to me as something I'd like to play and try out. So I'll just go ahead and get started here. I'm not going to go through the tutorial. That's really good to help you get through the basics, how to build paths, rides, decorations, things like that. So recommend starting there. This is the first scenario that I did as far as part of the campaign, Maple Meadows, very basic. I have to get 200 guests into the park, just kind of going through the basics. Now I'm over here to the second one, which is Chinook Airfield. So the goal here is to get 250 guests into the park. Optional goals are sell 400 park tickets, and you can also get another bonus if you complete the non-operational goals by year 2 in June. So I'll go ahead and start fresh here. So I will be making some comparisons to Planet Coaster in this video. I don't know how to really describe the graphics. It's not 8-bit, it's not 16-bit. It's sort of like, looks like a phone app game or something you'd play on the iPad, but the graphics are good. Very good performance because they're not really super detailed. So you start out with this one here. You've got this long airfield, rectangular shaped. You can build up and down. And what I did last time I was playing this is I just kind of built out from the main facility here. So just to kind of explain, Parkitect is different from Planet Coaster in the fact that you have to maintain your buildings. So if I put shops in here, I've got to have people that walk, or at least 1 or 2 people that will stock those shops. Didn't really have to worry about that in Planet Coaster. You just build your shops, they take care of themselves. In this case, we do have to take care of that stuff. So I'm going to go in here and just kind of start clearing out some of these paths that I don't need, so they're not roaming around everywhere, the workers. Now I'm going to go ahead and pause this. I'm going to go ahead and close the park, and I will start building and spending some money just to get things started. So the first thing I'm going to do is bring the pathing out. So this is, if you're familiar with Roller Coaster Tycoon or Planet Coaster, you'll be able to pick up this pretty quickly. If you're new, like I said, go through the tutorial for a while. It's not going to penalize you if you're playing in there for a while or if you trash the park. You kind of get this down, but it's very simple drag and drop type of editing. Alright, so let's bring this out a little bit more, and I think what I'll do, what I did last time and what worked well is I build just a basic car right out here. I'll go ahead and do that again. Get this out of the way. Or not. Forgot that you have to leave that open. So you use Q and E to spin this around, kind of an isometric viewpoint. You can hold down Alt and the middle mouse button to smoothly pan up and down. You really can't bring the camera all the way down, which is kind of frustrating, but that's okay. You can still eventually see what you need to see. So I'll go ahead and bring this out, and we will bring it out this way. So use the space bar to rotate, and I'll go ahead and drop that in. So I'm going to build a little bit more of a station so I can get more cars going in here, and then just go to a straight section, flat section. So this is pretty simple. You've got your direction you want to go. You've got your angles as far as your elevation up or down. You've got the distances here of how many tiles you're going to place, and then you can erase with the little bulldozer demolition symbol there. Turn the height marks up and down, because when you go up, you're going to want to bring it back down to the right level. And then actually don't. Oh, cool. There's a little timer. I didn't even know that existed. Alright, so I'll go ahead and bring this out straight a little ways, and we'll bring it up to a slope up for, let's do 1 because I want this to go up quickly. And I'll stop there and then level it off at about, actually let's go to an even number, because I've noticed in here, gotta watch for these heights. If you get it to an odd number, it's hard to get it back down, but this should be okay. I think we can work around this. I'll go out a little ways, and then I'll turn back around. Let's go back this way, and we'll start coming down sloping here and then straighten out. Should be good. Yeah, it doesn't want me to do that. Okay, so I need to go lower. Let's back that up a bit. Down again. Oh. Alright. Fine. We'll do it this way. And do it like that. Maybe that'll get it low enough. There we go. Oh, okay, so what I'm going to do is bring this back out straight. There are some predefined sections in here that's kind of nice, so that you can put some little S-turns in here. Break it up a little bit, and go straight. Now I'm going to bring this down. This is where it can get tricky on you, so if you want to put a downward angle, maybe just go 1 till you get to the ground level. And this is what's weird. I haven't figured this quite out yet. If I build here, it worked. So I've noticed if you use the longer sections, it'll try to go underground, which you usually don't want. So just watch out for that. Try to use just, you know, one section at a time, and you'll eventually get it to the ground level. All right, let's bring this. Maybe we can circle this back around like this. Yes. That'll work. And then we'll go straight for 3 sections. Alright, there we go. So we'll go ahead and test this. You don't really have to test these necessarily. I do have to put an entrance and exit, so I'm going to put this right up here at the front and then exit out the side. Okay. Back to my path. So I'll go ahead and build a queue line here, so we'll just have the people queue up this way and then down and then come in here from the main path. You can just right click to erase something if you're in the editing mode for the certain object. Like I'm in paths right now, if I right click it'll take those out. Okay, so that's a good start. I'm going to bring out, get some shops in here. So I'll leave those out this way, and I'll go ahead and build, let's just do a burger shop here and do a drink shop. Yeah, that's the right way. So now, as mentioned before, you've got to connect these up so that your workers can get in here. So I'm going to do an employee path. Should be good. And then I'm going to go ahead and hire a hauler or a runner. Drop them in. Yeah, okay. One thing that's different about this game is that you have these decoration modes, or the decoration overview. So you can see up here you've got no decoration, or you've got a bad or a good rating. So for some reason the shops are good rating. I don't know why. Bad would be if you have trash, trash bins sitting out, things like that. People don't like to see it. They also don't like to see the background operations, which is interesting. So, for example, if I go in here to my decorations and I go to fences, I would want to fence off some of this so that it's not really seen to the general public. Let's go like this and then kind of wall this off. So that improves it there. And then we'll just do that, and we'll do that. So now people won't have to see that mess there. Fences are nice too, as you're closing in your park to make it a little bit more realistic. So this game, I don't know if I'd say it penalizes you, but it does help improve the ratings if you go ahead and spruce it up a bit with the fences and all the decorations. Now, one thing I'm finding that's interesting is that if you put in, say, flower beds and things like that around these queues, it really doesn't increase the decoration value. It just stays at the red level. So I need to research into that a little bit more and find out why that is. We can go ahead and open now, I think. So you also have a entrance fee. So people don't like, well, they'll pay to get in, but then they don't want to pay as much for rides. So if you want to bump this down to say 50 cents to get in, they may spend a little bit more on rides. Next thing I'm going to do is get started on some research. So this does cost you some money, but I found that you're going to end up with guests coming in that want thrill rides, and you don't get that right off the bat. You get thrill rides, but they don't have very high levels of excitement, which is what people want. So I'm going to go ahead and research, and we'll spend about 500 a month to get that done quickly, and just let that run. Okay, so let's get another ride in here, something simple, maybe towards the entrance that's going to pull people in, like this plane carousel, and we'll just put a building there. Alright, so I need to put in the queues, which I didn't do. And the exit coming right out here. And let's go ahead and bring this out to there. Looks good. And change the pattern there. And should we go ahead and open that up? Let's see. I do, now that I got some rides, I need to get a mechanic in here. Now, they start out at level 0. You can go ahead and train them up. Costs a little bit of money, takes a little bit of time, but be worth it. And I need a janitor in here too, because we're going to start having issues with trash and things like that being left around. So let's go ahead and get, oops. Let's get the fencing in here. Let's get something else here. Maybe... here like this, and oops. That's alright. You also have decorations like benches. You'll want to have these around in certain places because people will get tired after a while when places to sit and rest, or their energy level will get too low. Probably won't. No. I'm going to start coming out this way, so let's do that. Fences here. Stick with this one. Keep it the same throughout the park. I need to do that. Okay. So one thing we need is a roller coaster. Before we do that, let me talk a little bit about rain protection. So as it rains and you have thunderstorms, things like that, certain rides will shut down, or you, like for this one over here is open, so people really won't ride it when it's raining. They'll also shut it down until the lightning stops. These will keep going because there's covered, it's a covered ride. People will keep hopping on there and going through. So one thing you can do, and I don't know if this really makes a difference, you can put up these little pavilions. So let's say we put these over here. Do that. Go over here and look at the rain protection. You'll see it's green, so people will be able to go there when it rains and get out of the weather. I don't really see the guests running there whenever it's raining. They don't they don't freak out and head that way or anything. But anyway, maybe that'll be changed later on, or just something I'm not noticing yet. Put some decorations in here. And let's put something in here to look at for the ride. Now I do notice that they have a rating here on the scenery. Seen that somewhere. No, I don't see it now. I've seen it before. There's somewhere in here you have an option where it shows you basically what the scenery level is. Maybe it's in the detailed statistics or somewhere like that. Anyway, if you make the rides look better, give people something to look at, I think that actually improves the experience a little bit for people. Alright, so this one is missing some supplies. Getting there. Oh, I almost forgot. We're gonna need some trash bins. Now one thing you'll notice here, people don't like the trash bins. They tend to go red in the areas where you place them. This hasn't really caught up yet. It will eventually though. Those usually turn red there. I don't think you can really avoid that. Let's go ahead and put some water fountains here. Maybe down here on this end. And start to get some trees in here. Now you can hold down the Alt key, and that's going to bring up the grid. You can use your number pad to change the, I guess basically the grid, not complexity, but the breakdown of it there, with the snapping, accuracy. It'll turn red or this yellow color if you can't place something. You can use space to spin it around. And let's put some here. They're growing on the concrete. Better. Okay, and then let's put in alright, so one thing obviously you're going to keep an eye on your finances here, whether or not you're making money. So right now we're not making money at all. The operating costs there you can see are down. Go into the details here and you can check month by month where you're at. Pull up some graphs here, it'll show you your profits, things like that. Really too early to see anything. This is still in the first month and we're still spending money. So let's see, let's put in let's do another ride. Now on the coasters you build them the same way like you would this track over here, where you can do it manually, or you can go in here and select some of these blueprints, which is nice because, for example, if you just want to grab a pre-made coaster, you can drop this in. I think we need one over here, so I'm going to go ahead and put this right there. And I'm going to go ahead and put in here and Q. And down to exit and fence this in. And we should be able to go ahead and open that one. So it'll be a tested ride. And then when the research is done on this, we should get another thrill ride. We can pop that in down here somewhere maybe, or maybe down this way. Start building out going either direction. I did try initially, when I started with this the first time around, I put in one of these water rides. You do get a log flume here, but nobody was really riding it, so not sure why that is, but I'll just skip that this time. Alright, so I forgot to open this. Nice. That was dumb. This one's open. They're all opened. Okay, so if you want to check and see the overall operation, let's see, overview. Here we go. So I could go here and see what's open, what's not. The shops, the employees, things like that. You can see some of the information on guests. Now, if you want to see what people are saying about the park, you can come in here and then click on this. And there it is. Not enough high-intensity rides that interest me. So that'll keep going up until you get at least a high-intensity ride, or higher intensity than normal. And then eventually people will start gravitating towards that when you get it in there. I really haven't had to change the operations here. It works pretty good on default. Wait for any of the load here on the cars, whether there's full or just one or two people. And then the maintenance, stuff will start to break down over time the more it's ridden. And there's, of course, random breakdowns. Even if you have enough mechanics, it happens. I even had a Ferris wheel struck by lightning at one point, so random stuff like that will occur. All right, let's go ahead and bring this out. Start pulling this away. Maybe down here. Let's see if we can put a bigger decoration in here, the prop, something like this airplane. Change the color a bit. Since this is an old airport. And then let's see, we also have some details, which are nice. There should be a windsock in here. Let's put that out right here. And oh, almost forgot. We need to have some restrooms in here somewhere. So I'll put these down here further in the park, maybe here. And back to my fences here. Okay, almost there on the research. And let's see what we're doing on money. Coming up. We'll get there eventually. Now that I got this open, it's actually generating some revenue. Let's try to make that a little bit more. Leave that as default. This one should be fine. You can kind of see where people just come in off the map here. Okay, so far so good. If you want to check the status for where you're at, you can click on the park info, and then over here kind of see how close you are to the goals. Now, I'm assuming this park tickets means not necessarily entrance tickets, but the actual tickets in the park, right? So you're basically ride tickets. And so some of this is kind of bland as far as the scenery, because this is built on an old airfield, so you're gonna have a lot of concrete laying around, but you can build on top of it. So let's put in some more, maybe some planters in here. Box would look more appropriate. Ride looks good. This one's not really getting jammed up now. I should have put my entrance down here, because now people have to walk all the way down to get on the ride, so that's going to take longer to board and get on. Something I didn't really notice till just now. That's alright, we'll kind of leave it there. Alright, so the new thrill ride's ready, the gyro drop tower. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pause the budget for the research, so I'm not spending too much money. And then if I go down here, thrill rides, I've got this gyro drop tower now. Since I'm trying to space this out, I'm probably going to come down here. Yeah, maybe I'll go down here with it. Make people walk down the ways. Or, nah, because I can't connect that. I'll just go ahead and put it down here. I'm going to do that. So you can hold down shift if you want to bring up the station height. Like if I wanted to have it already elevated, you could do that. I'm just going to leave it at ground level, and then I'll have the queue come out here and exit back the main path. Now I expect that a lot of people will be wanting to ride this, so I will wrap this around and bring this up to there. And fence this in. Let's bring this up a little bit and increase the actual excitement level, and let's get that open. If you want to change the colors, you can go in here to the settings, the actual ride colors. So let's make that like a orange and yellow. That looks good there. Okay, so that's going to be $4 a ride. Okay. We'll get some more trash bins over here on the way, and maybe some benches. It's a long way to walk out here. So far the trash looks okay. The janitor's doing a good job keeping up with that, so I don't have to worry about hiring another one. And let's see if we can put something out here, kind of break up the monotony of just the grass and everything. Let's see here. What have we got? Make some trees. I think we could probably get some pavilions over these. So I'll go back in here to pavilions. And let's use this one. Okay, so still not making money. Maybe bump that up a little bit. These are shops are usually pretty good about producing revenue right off the bat. Planet Coaster seems to be a little bit more difficult with the shops where I don't know, you have to really adjust the prices and really get people in there. This one they tend to go there on their own. Regardless, if you just leave the prices default, they'll go there and go to the shop. What we might be able to do, I don't have any of these like a balloon shop or something like that. Maybe I'll put one of those in because I can get this one supplied if I do this right. So let's get a supply path. What are complaining about there? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yes, I will get rid of the fence for that. And, whoa, what is happening? Oops. Oh, this guy's really tired. I'm gonna need to put in a staff room. Let's get some rest here. Yep. Tell you what, on this part we'll leave it like that, and then we will put some scenery around this to hide it. So, 2 trees. Let's see if we get a smaller one here. That was a small one. Now let's see. Oh, not too bad. I don't have a lot of decoration down here, but that's okay. And we're waiting on supplies. Yeah, the worker to deliver. I believe you can actually customize the name of these rides. Yeah, you can. Cool. Okay. I'm going to change these right now. Let's see what people are saying. No high intensity rides. So this must not be intense enough. Let's see here. Intensity is low. Okay. So we'll change that. Let's close this. Let's edit it. How's that for intense? Go ahead and test that. And let's see what it does. Yeah, I don't get it. So that's supposed to be a thrill ride. Not very extreme. Let's see if we can get something else in here that's more... That was supposed to be intensity of medium. Medium. Another thrill ride. You throw like $100 at it a month. So we're just about breaking even here. Yeah, doing all right. I think this is actually bringing in some money now. Let's get something like a space over here. Let's start building this way, but I'm gonna go down the road here, down the way. You know, what I might be able to do is make a coaster that's intense. Let's try that. Let's just see what we can do. So I'll bring this one up, get a good start here. This out, and we will have this go up gradually. That's probably the height level I reached there. Oh, almost forgot. I need that to be a chain lift. You're not gonna let me chain it, are you? Alright. Straight. Keep it chain lift to there, and then we'll go. Alright, back it up one. We'll start going down. Not about like that. Take off the chain lift because that should be able to go. And just kind of build this out a little bit. Don't want to lose too much height or gain too much speed too quickly. That should have some decent intensity there. Let's just put on. This is going to help me here. All right, and then if we do a pre-built something like this. Trying to think. Since the chain lifts are boring, it's a problem with a tall station. You start out and you get your height, then you've always got to get back to that height at the end. So let's see here. That looks good. Oh, and you can also forgot to bank that out. So let's go back to this one and let me do it. 15 degree. Okay. Yeah, we want to do that. 0 straight. Now this is similar to any coaster game where if you get some airtime going, that's going to help you with the excitement factor. Yeah, that should be good there. So back up. A couple of those, and let's see what else. Probably need another chain lift here because we're going to have to start going back up to reach the height of 6.5. So let's start doing that. I'll bring this down to here, and then we'll go up, level off, and then we'll drop a little bit before we come back. Too much. gonna have to put a path here. So what do we get here? Sideman high, medium. Oh, balloons are gone now. Looks like we need another janitor. As much as I don't want to pay for one right now. What's this guy's deal? Should be out here working. Probably what I've done. Yeah, I see what I did. So my workers have no way to get out. What I will do is employee path, and then we'll just kind of fence this in. Well, I think I'll end it here. There's a lot to do and not quite to the goal, but you get the gist. Game is pretty cool. Has its quirks, but I'm figuring those out, so hopefully you enjoyed watching the video. If you want to click like and subscribe, I'll try to post some more videos like this. Alright, thanks for watching.